What is going on, guys? This is KNasty3890 here. Welcome back to an episode of the Detroit Tigers Realistic Franchise, episode 23. We're going the offseason, and this past regular season, we were not that good. We only won 74 games. It was our first down year, really. And we can't continuously have bad years because we do have GM contracts on. We could get fired, but we are going to have a top 10-ish pick, which is nice. I think what we really need to focus on in the offseason is probably bullpen and rotation. I thought Matz was going to have a solid season. He did not. His ERA was over a run higher than it was in the last 5 years. It was a cheaper option, just didn't work. Casey Mize, his ERA was a run lower than what it was the year before. However, it wasn't good, 4.74. Logan Allen regressed. His ERA is a run higher. Bo Burrows, his ERA was over a run higher. And Christian Javier, 81 innings, ERA is 7, but I didn't really care about that. Not really many bright spots in pitching. Alvarado was one. His ERA was south of 3. Sir Anthony did struggle. Will Smith, he struggled, but he was dirt cheap. Same with Joe Kelly. He was cheap, but he didn't pitch too bad. Lineup, we do have some promising players in the lineup. Isaac Rexy is a borderline superstar. This year he has 36 home runs, 37 stolen bases, OPS of 875. Benintendi, Betts, Brayman, Fred Brayman. You guys kill me in the comments. We do need a new second baseman. We do have Valdez, who's a young guy we could rock. Scooter Jeanette's, I think, done. Dennis Means is going to be our DH. I think he's a really good DH. And Brayman will be our third baseman. Shortstop, J.B. Crawford is a free agent. Guzman's at first. End up hitting over 30 home runs. And then Jake Rogers at catcher. I think pitching is just the biggest thing. I wish we could see our runs scored and runs allowed right now, but we can't. But let's get into the offseason and see what happens. So, retired players. Kyle Dowdy is the only guy on our team retired. It's not a bad depth piece. No Hall of Famers. So let's see, exclusive free agents. J.P. Crawford, Sir Anthony Dominguez, Steven Matz, Goodrum, Zanino, Jeanette, Joe Kelly, Will Smith. That's a lot of money coming off the books. In fact, our budget's pretty solid, so we can go get a big-time pitcher, I feel like, if we want. But let's go over exclusive free agents. So J.P. Crawford, I probably won't bring back. $31 million. This past year, he did hit 20 home runs, did hit 273, does play above average defense, but his WAR was, 3.3? If you average out the last 3 years, his WAR is right around 4. At shortstop, that's a good player. Is that basically a max contract? No. So I'm going to tender him a qualifying offer to take draft pick. Sir Anthony Dominguez has been hit or miss. Unless he wants under $3 million and he wants 8, thanks but no thanks. Steven Matz did struggle a lot, but if he's $3 or $4 million, he's 7. I don't want him either. Goodrum, I love that he can play a ton of different positions, but I don't want to pay a lot for a utility guy. So $4.5 million, no thank you. Same with Zanino, same with Jeanette, Joe Kelly, and Will Smith. So we're going to let them all go. We're just cleaning house with these. The only thing I'm thinking of is with Sir Anthony and with Steven Matz, do we give him qualifying offers? We would be stuck with them. And that's $7 million, and this is $8 million. So I'm going to say no, because a qualifying offer is $20 million, $20.7 million. So I'm not going to do that. So we're letting a lot of people go. We do need to get a first base coach. We'll do that eventually. So let's go take a look at arbitration. Logan Allen, Jake Rogers, Ronnie Rodriguez, who was our super. We had 2 of them. So we still have Ronnie Rodriguez for a super utility guy, and Savecki, who was one of our catchers. So Logan Allen definitely had struggled this year. His ERA has actually climbed every single year. So do I want to pay him a ton of money? No. 3.9 for 3 years, I think, is a very fair deal. I think actually it's going to be a little less. He really likes it here. So it's going to be 3 years at a 3.7 a year. But when I think of Logan Allen, I think he would be a great number 4 starter. That's where I want him to be. Jake Rogers, I would love him to be our backup, but he's going to be probably 2.4 for 3 years is not a bad contract, even as a backup. He's a very serviceable backup, and he's a below-average starter. Ronnie Rodriguez, I definitely want to keep him around as a platoon guy. 2.1's a little pricey, but we can actually bring that down to about $2 million. I do want to offer these guys arbitration, too, just so we know we don't lose them. I think they'll accept these contracts, so I'm literally just doing this to make sure we don't lose these guys. And Savecki, he barely played. He's a 4A player. I'm not going to pay $2 million for a guy who might spend the year in the minors. So We have a good amount of guys who are eligible for the Rule 5 draft. Nothing really crazy, but let's take a look at tender contracts. So Means and Brayman. Got it. I got it, guys. I'll get it. Man, he can really hit. So, 2-year deal at dirt cheap money. 3 years at $3 million. 4 years at 3.7. I kind of want to do that. 4 years at 3.7. That's still really cheap. Even now, I think he's going to produce more than that. And actually, whoa. He really wants to be here. I could do 5 years at... I could do 5 years at that 3.7 clip. Let's do that. He'll be a free agent at that time. He'll be 29. Brayman, again, probably close to the same. Yeah, 5 years, and he probably will be a little less than 3.7. So it's perfect. Yeah, like 3.3, man. These guys really want to be here. Clark Nesbitt, I think, will be in the rotation this year. I love his Ks per 9. I hate his walks per 9. Does have good stamina, so should be able to pitch a good amount. I'll do like a 2-year deal like that. I think that's a good deal. Valdez, I think, will be our second baseman, unless we have another guy I'm not thinking of. Yeah, Valdez will be our second baseman. He's only 21. We'll see how he performs. So I'll just give him a 4-year... Wow, he wants a 4-year deal for 1.9. I'll do that. That's a great deal. Christian Javier did struggle. I do want him around. Not a ton of money, but I think he's a good depth piece. So we'll do that. Seth Elledge is a reliever. He pitched great. He was a nice little find for us. A 2.69 ERA in 93 innings out of the pen. Do I think he'll continue that next year? Probably not. But not bad to have. David Moeller, another young pitcher. Definitely want him around. I think the rest of these guys, I'll just sign them. You don't need to see me go through all this. Matt Manning. I don't even know if I'm going to keep Matt Manning. I probably will, but he's so bad. But let me go sign these guys, and then let's move forward with the offseason. Let's take a look at players we could lose in the Rule 5 draft, and let's take a look at the 40-man roster, what we have for a team, and then we'll look at free agents and see what we can maybe improve. So our rotation right now is Mize, Allen, Burrows, Nesbitt, I think could be on it. Javier, Matt Hall's another depth guy. Moeller is working his way up. He's very close to being ready. Matt Manning. I do want to add some guys like Isaiah Leone. I like his per 9s. He's probably a long man, but I do want to make sure we keep these guys like that so we don't lose him as a 40-man. Feliz is not eligible. Relievers. We have Elledge and Alvarado, and that's pretty much it. Now, Moreno did pitch a little bit in the bigs last year, but we need like 2 or 3 legitimate bullpen pieces. A backup catcher, maybe. We do have Arvidsson Perez. Not bad, but I would like to have Jake Rogers, in theory, be our backup, if we can find that. First base, Ronald Guzman, that's fine. Actually, is this guy eligible for the Rule 5 draft? He is not. Christian Walker is not a bad backup. And then we have Fici Cielo, I don't know. An elite defensive first baseman is another option for a backup. Second base, Valdez, and then we got Cody Clemens. I believe that's Rogers' kid, if I do remember right. He is eligible for the Rule 5 draft, so I want to add him to the 40-man because he can play second and third, so he'd be a nice bench bat or a depth piece. Castro as well can play second, third, and short. Third base, obviously we got Means and Brayman. Crouch. Not a bad hitter. Only a C potential, but I think he will be a big leaguer, or at least as a depth piece. So that's not too bad. Shortstop, we really don't have anyone right now. We have Ron Rodriguez, who is our super utility guy. I'm just going to add to the MLB team now. Will Castro, I mean, he could be at shortstop. Not good, but he could be. And Saucedo can really hit. Unfortunately, he cannot field, but he can hit. He's not a bad bench piece. And then the outfield, Benintendi, Rixey, and then we have Mookie Betts. Khalil Lee's a depth piece. He's eligible for the Rule 5, so we want to add him here. So yeah, and we got guys like Richard Hernandez, who could be like a depth piece, same with Castro. John Castro can really hit. Can't field, but he can really hit. Not a bad bench player. So all in all, we need a shortstop, a catcher, definitely both. So we need a shortstop. We don't need a catcher. We can get a backup at least. We're going to lose Savecki. We need bullpen, and I would like to get like a bona fide ace if we could. We have money, so let's take a look at free agency. Manny Machado, there's a shortstop. Now, he is declining, but he did hit .291 with 44 home runs. That's not a bad year. There's Sean Reed-Foley. There's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. We know him quite well. Jordan Hicks is a reliever. He wasn't even qualified a draft pick, probably because his ERA was almost 6. Luis Castillo pitched really well. He's 32 years old. Tony Kemp. Okay, let's take a look real quick at catchers. There's Reese McGuire. Can't really hit. Jose Bracino. Can't hit. Andrew Suzak can't hit. I think we'll probably just find a backup catcher. I might even just find one in a Rule 5 draft. There's Buster Posey, but he's terrible now. He actually would not be a bad backup. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Shortstop, there's Manny, there's J.P. Crawford, there's Willie Adames, Brendan Rodgers. I might get someone like Munoz. Yeah, he didn't. I mean, 2 years ago he had 298. Last year he had 232. Doesn't really get on base at a high clip. Does field pretty well. His WAR last year was 1.5. There's guys like Dansby, who hasn't played in the last 2 years. Didi Gregorius. How much does Dansby want? 16? Well, that's why you haven't been playing, man. Ramon Torres is actually an interesting guy. Can hit, has good vision, so he doesn't strike out. What was his WAR last year? 1.2. I'd pay like $4 million. $10 million? Jesus. Marcus Semien? No. Jose Peraza has really good vision. Iglesias is an elite fielder. You can't hit. $5 million? I'll bring that down. I'll do 4. If Jose Iglesias want $4 million, I'll do $4 million for Jose Iglesias. I'll just take the elite fielding. You see how he hits. But for $4 million, I think that's fine. There's Paul DeJong is available. Oh, you know what? I'm going to get Paul DeJong, even though he's not that good. He's only a 76 overall. He's declining. Like, he did hit 279 with 24 home runs last year. And his durability is not great, but his WAR was over 5. So there's Paul DeJong. So there's our shortstop position, hopefully. Now we need relievers. Donnie Hart is a lefty. ERA is over 5. Over 4, excuse me. But for 3.6, I think that's a good 1-year option. Trevor Hildenberger. Here's their ERA is almost 5. Blake Tran, not that good. All right. Ryan Stanek, his ERA was high. Jeez, all these ERAs were high. All right, here we go. Middleton's ERA is in the low 3s, excuse me. He wants 6.5. I'll do a 1-year deal with him. Wandy Peralta, he pitched really well, but that was his first year he's ever been really that good. $6 million. Bearclaw, 3.90 ERA. It's not bad. Paul Fry, a 4.07, but he is another lefty. Went 7.6. Sierra, 3.27 ERA. That's not bad. 4.3. I'll do that. Brivia, didn't pitch good. Tim Collins, another lefty, pitched well. 5.6. I'm trying to get some cheaper options. Michael Feliz, he pitched only 9 innings. His ERA is at 14. 3.9. Trevor Gott, 2.54 ERA last year. That's nice. 3.9 million. Just get some. Trying to just get a lot of depth in the bullpen. Kevin McCarthy, 4.3. No. I think that's fine. So now let's look at starters. Michael Kopech did get I don't want to give up our second-round pick. It's going to be kind of high. Brent Suter, I think it's Suter, pitched really well last year. 2.58. Now, it was in Milwaukee. He's a left-hander. I'll do a 1-year deal for $13 million with him. Doesn't give up a draft pick. So that covers all our bases except catcher. So let's see what happens. Jordan Hicks is a Cub. Jack Flaherty is a Met. Sean Reed-Foley is an Astro. Luis Castillo is a Cardinal. Nick Williams is a Cub. Middleton is a Tiger, so we got Middleton. Tony Kemp is a Blue Jay. Reese McGuire is a Red Sox. Paul Fry is a Padre. Roberto Osuna got traded for Ender Inciarte straight up. Ryan Stanek is a Cub. I don't think we offered him a contract. Bearclaw is a Pirate. Garcia is a National. Carlos Rodon's a Cardinal. Let's take a look to see if we got some of these guys. So we're still waiting on the starter. We got Middleton. We got Sierra. And Donnie Hart. We got Paul DeJong. Is he like pissed? Well, you'll be fine. He'll be happy. He'll be a shortstop. And I think that's pretty much all I'm waiting on that start. And our budget's still not bad. Let's see if there's anyone on the trade block. Ben Gamel, Clutch Silver, if you're watching, your boy. Chad Green's available, and he's making 7.4. Did pitch really well. I don't want to pay that much for him, but let's add some players to ours. I'm gonna add Javier, Christian Walker. Let's add Matt Manning. I'll put Khalil Lee, Peterson. I'll put some of these guys in. Let's see. Relievers, closers, catcher, shortstop maybe. We don't need center field. And I'll put starter and see what we get. Okay, good. I did not want him to accept that. We got him. So Suter's on the team. Perfect. Profar's a Padre. Wandy Peralta's a Brewer. Austin Dean's a Cubs are making moves. Vlad is a Brewer, so he's in the National League. That's good. DJ Stewart's going to the Yanks. We already did our 40-man. Dave Martin is actually I want to make sure we keep. I just saw his name on that. Add to the 40-man. I'm looking at all the guys we could lose. I'm not too worried about them. Jake Bowers is a Pirate. Luis Guillermo, I think, hit 23 home runs for a second base. That's not too bad. He's going to Texas. Billy McKinney's a Pirate as well. Jesus Sanchez got traded for Brandon Lowe and Cole Roederer. Ian Anderson's an Oriole. I feel like the AL Central hasn't really added much. Kopech's a Marlin. So we're at the Rule 5 draft. Before I do it, let's see who else is out here. All the guys that we put on it. Alright, Rule 5 draft. So we're going to have the 4th pick in next year's draft. We better hit on it. There are some relievers. Viora's making $80,000. That's not a bad backup catcher right there. Can really field, can't really hit. Yeah, we'll get him. There is Stan Halsley, but he can't field, and I'd rather have at least like someone elite, not elite, but at least above average at something. We can maybe get a reliever as well in this. I really want that backup catcher. So, yeah, there's still some relievers. There's Maury Mano, who has not pitched in like forever. Zach Reinger, I don't know. He hasn't pitched. Zach Birdie, we've used him in other franchises. Let's give us Birdie. That gives us another bullpen option. He has to be on the team, but that's fine. If he pitches well, he'll stay on the team. If he struggles and we lose him, he goes back to his original team. I'm fine with that too. So our budget now is at negative $158,000, but we should be fine for like when we have our draft picks. Yeah, I'm just looking at everything. I kind of like our team now. Our rotation, we have maybe not an ace, but a guy who should pitch pretty well. Mize, Allen, Burrows, and Nesbitt. And then like Javier can be a long man, maybe, or Matt Hall. Moeller's working his way up. Bullpen is a lot deeper now. Catcher, Jake Rogers will still be our starter. Because, I don't know, I'll just go with Jake Rogers. Yeah, we're pretty good at everything. So I'm pretty excited to see how we do next year. So let's just finish the... Oh, we have to get a... was it a first base coach? Yes. And we can't afford it. Sweet. I guess we'll do that on our own. I'll let the what do you call it? Them just automatically do it. Ian Happ is a Diamondback. Roman Quinn is an Athletic. Suarez is a Twin. There's someone in our division. Yeah, they'll do it automatically. All right, so let's go to the regular season. I guarantee. Oh, they put Miles J on the. He got sent down on waivers. Matt Manning will not start the year. If someone claims Matt Manning, I don't care. Let's see. I'll call it Khalil. No. Who to call up? Probably Castro because he can play short as well. No, let's call it Clemens. He's a better player. Pitching, Suter, Mize, Burrows, Allen, Nesbitt. We actually really don't have Sierra actually has great stamina, so he'll be our long man. Excuse me. Lineup. Rixey, Means. Nope. This is wrong. They have Daz Cameron playing every day. What are you thinking? There we go. Rixey in center. Means, Betts, Benintendi, DeYoung, Guzman, Brayman, Valdez, and I want Jake Rogers. That's not a bad lineup. In the National League, I will probably rock with Means. I think that's fine. I think he's just a better player, better hitter at least. And again, Jake Rogers. And they did this again. No, they did it right actually this time. And Jake Rogers is there. Oh, but Daz Cameron's playing over Benintendi. Get the F out of here. And I know Benintendi struggles against lefties, but he gets pissed off if he doesn't play every day. So, all right. So now we are ranked. So Twins are 11th. The Indians are 17th. The Royals are 18th. We're 12th. And the White Sox are 30th. Not a good division, but, I mean, we'll see how we do. Top prospects. We probably don't have many, but we're going to get one soon. We have well, hopefully. We do have the 4th pick in the draft. Where is our best prospect? It might be, to be perfectly honest, we don't have any. Yeah, we don't. I mean, I am high on certain guys, though. Like, David Moeller, he's not a top prospect, but, I mean, I like him a lot. He's a B potential. 87, it's a high B, so I like him. Other than that, yeah, we really don't have a ton of prospects. We just called up 2 guys in Means and Brayman. So, and then Rex, he's only 24. So, I mean, we do have young talent still. So, I think that will be it for the video, guys. Yeah, next episode will be the regular season. Hopefully we do well. Our job security is still high, so one bad year that our owner's not too upset. Hopefully we can do well in the regular season. Hopefully we have a good draft pick. And I'll see you on that episode, boys. Take it easy.